This is Pim, and he works as a falconer at the Hooge Maey. His work and that of his birds of prey consists in keeping gulls at bay. They ensure that anybody working at the Hooge Maey can perform their work safely and in a carefully controlled manner. So, what exactly is the Hooge Maey? No, it's not a nature reserve. Quite on the contrary, the Hooge Maey was initially an area of polderland which was used as a landfill site and where things were going from bad to worse. However, instead of giving up on the site, the Hooge Maey has been remediated and new life has been breathed into it. The Hooge Maey is now a model landfill site. However, the Hooge Maey is much more than that. From simple waste treatment, it's grown into an ambitious project that aims to set an example for contemporary sustainable waste policy. This involves finding and establishing a balance, balancing the waste processes, but also achieving a balance between work and private life, between business and the environment, finding the perfect balance to ensure a high quality of life for our future generations. That is what it's all about. My work at the Hooge Maey has a higher purpose that gives me an enormous sense of satisfaction. Pim and his birds of prey are only a tiny link in the entire Hooge Maey project, but they fit perfectly into its sustainability philosophy. That which lies buried in this beautiful green hill is impressive to say the least. After all, the impermeable top layer conceals tons of waste, which is hermetically sealed from the outside world. There are numerous biological reactions taking place within this mound of waste. One could actually refer to it as a gigantic natural bioreactor that is generating methane gas. After CO2, methane is the second most potent greenhouse gas. However, this harmful gas is also the greatest asset of the Hooge Maey project. Firstly, the methane is extracted via an intricate network of shafts and vertical wick drains, and is subsequently treated by a gas treatment plant and fed to the engines. These in turn convert the methane gas into electricity and heat. Any electricity that is not used by the Hooge Maey itself is then supplied to the grid in the form of green energy. Any residual heat recovered by the Hooge Maey is used to heat its own offices. That's good, but it gets even better. Generating income, this waste-to-energy principle ensures that the Hooge Maey is financially sound. As a result, waste is no longer something to be discarded, but instead it's put to productive use. The Hooge Maey considers that waste valorization is a duty to mankind and the environment. To no longer consider waste to be the end of the journey, but instead as the start, is a very refreshing way of thinking. Rainwater comes into contact with the waste. The resulting leachate is subsequently treated in a biological water treatment plant. The clean water can subsequently reclaim its rightful place in the environment. The Hooge Maey also makes the spare capacity of the water treatment plant and its technical know-how available to wastewater from third parties, temporarily stored in supplementary wastewater tanks. And water treatment sometimes requires heat. Heat? Where have we heard this before? This brings us back to the residual heat generated by the landfill gas engines. This is not only used to heat the on-site offices, but also to heat the water of the water treatment plant. At the Hooge Maey, closing loops always features at the top of the agenda. Closing loops requires the whole team to work together. To be part of this is a great feeling. The Hooge Maey definitely aims to play a pioneering role. This site is constantly re-evaluated and always on the lookout for sustainable innovations. One of these innovations is a research program to investigate the idea of growing algae as a raw material for chemical production processes. This requires sunlight, nutrients, CO2, electricity, space, and surprise, also heat. This all happens to be in plentiful supply at the Hooge Maey site. The Hooge Maey is therefore a prime example of sustainable innovation, but also of sustainable collaboration between the Hooge Maey itself, the universities, industry, and the authorities. This bundling of knowledge will ultimately lead to a project that offers added value both in economic and in environmental terms. Those are the opportunities for success, and that is where the future lies. This is the underlying philosophy behind all of the projects, including solar panels installed on the perfect gradient. Technology permitting, and if a balance between economics and environment can also be achieved, the slopes of the Hooge Maey will also offer a real opportunity in this field. Just like the wind-rich port area, an ideal site for wind turbines. Showing the rest of the world that it can be done, communicating that is a fantastic job. Sustainability in the Hooge Maey philosophy implies harmony between ecology, economics, and the environment. At the Hooge Maey, this respect for its neighbours is an extremely important core value. It means causing as little nuisance as possible. The Hooge Maey therefore ensures that it forms part of the local environment. This translates into open and transparent communication. We look out onto a beautiful green hill, the Hooge Maey. Even the name sounds beautiful. The Hooge Maey is not a naive dream by any means. It's a unique and inspiring biotope which makes sustainable policy tangible each and every day. We make it quite clear that a sustainable waste disposal policy is a continuous learning process and one for which the Hooge Maey is constantly raising the bar. It therefore takes its pioneering role extremely seriously. The knowledge and the creative approach particular to the Hooge Maey is being disseminated even beyond our national borders. The Hooge Maey is currently sharing its insights and forward-looking technology with a landfill site located some 400 kilometers from Shanghai. Other regions in the world can also become inspired and motivated in order that they in turn may significantly reduce the impact of waste upon mankind and the environment. Each and every day, the Hooge Maey proves that real sustainable enterprise is actually achievable. That is something we're all extremely proud of. The Hooge Maey contributes to making the world we live in more beautiful and for our future generations. That is the true strength of the Hooge Maey. In this way, this green hill becomes a landmark symbolizing a sustainable future.